let's see what comes out now. Okay, so it's given us something about early history, some bit about how key global events have shaped it, and something about more contemporary times with political administrations changing, global financial crisis, COVID, and current status. And it also talks about what are the key factors that contribute to it. Okay, so Seema, what is it that you do not like in this? I'm sure you don't like a lot of things. I'm sure a lot of us don't like a lot of things. And anybody feel free. Seema, just because she had, the original ask was hers. But any of you, if you have a question, a doubt, a suggestion, or anything that you're not satisfied with in this, please do share and we'll move forward from there. Okay, okay. You don't require so many details. What else? Is this good enough for everybody else? Do you all like this answer? Is this what you had in mind when you asked this question? Okay, I don't want the history, rather year-on-year growth of US debt. Okay, okay, fair. Anybody else? Any other suggestions on this? You know what we'll do? We'll just ask it upfront on this. Seema, is this similar to what you had in mind? Confined to academic tasks. Santarajji, don't look at only academic or non-academic task right now. Just look at understanding what it is. Just look at understanding how the machine is working. You can adapt it to whatever use case you want. Okay. It's not humanized. Oh, very good. Very good. Soumya, do you want to unmute yourself? Do you want to speak a little more about it? You can just raise your hand and Piyush Bhai will unmute you, Soumya. Oh, okay. Okay. So the other point that has come up is it returns answers in points than proper description. So I'm guessing, Goyani, you would want something with more paragraph essay format. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. So the table is fine. I think that's what Seema says, that the table is fine. It took it the third time to bring it a table. But let's just do two things here. One, we'll go back to the table also once. But thanks for this. Uh, I would like proper description of the reasons for US debt increase over the years in essay form rather than points bullets. Okay, Goyani, would this be closer to what you had in mind, or would you have wanted even longer ones? M Goyani. Sorry, that's the only name I see. I'm not sure agar I'm pronouncing it correctly. But is this the sort of outcome? Okay, not exactly. It's fine. This is very good. But could you tell me what you had in mind? Maybe a little more. One more try. We'll see if it comes up. Did you want longer paragraphs? Did you want it in academic article format? Like what is it that you had in mind? Batao ek baar. Okay, academic article format. So it has rewritten it in a more academic article structure of abstract, introduction, data, and then it looks at various aspects of this and conclusion. And it's also given us references, right? References are not in APA style. Maybe we can ask it. Can you share the references in APA style along with their BibTech? I am a big fan of LaTeX, so BibTech makes more sense for me. But yeah, so it's given us BibTech entries as well as the APA style references for this. Okay, since it's LML, some points, facts would be wrong. It needs to be verified. Sure. Okay. Okay, Goyani, what else would you want? So let's say, is this what you had in mind? Is there any more feedback that you have? Because the more feedback you have, the better we'll try to get it to be. Okay, level of reader must be defined. Okay, fair. So what we could say is, uh, this academic article should be written from the perspective of a 5 years to ज़्यादा छोटा हो जाएगा 10-year old girl living in rural India. So she is now talking about debt and national debt from that perspective. If she were to write this article, this is how it is. Now, I'm sure, I think what Piyush had meant was the level of the audience. So one of the things that we can do is there is an edit button. We'll just edit, rewritten for the, sorry, for the consumption perspective, consumption of a 10-year-old girl living in rural India. And let's see if it rewrites it. And it has rewritten it. Why does it borrow money? So instead of looking at the Great Depression, the financial crisis, and the COVID-19 pandemic, it's talking about helping people during difficult times, taking care of older people, economic depression, consequences, and limitations with the same background. Now, there are 2, 3 things on this. Uh, most of them elaborate the content using chat. Most of whom? Uh, Dhanda Pani? Sorry, most of whom? I didn't get that. But okay, let's also go back to something that Seema had mentioned, that this table came out in the third time, right? Let me just go back. So I'm doing a fresh chat. We can go back to this one if you want, but I'm going to start a fresh chat now. Wait, just give me a moment. Yeah. So we can do a fresh chat and I can say, I want you to give me a table of US debt over the years. It's very possible it doesn't do it in the first go. It's very possible, right? Now it's given it over the years, but it's given it from 2019, right? Now, if I were to say over the past, let's say 100 years, so let's see if it's able to do something like that. So not bad. It's given it to us for every break of every 5 years, right? Let me just stop sharing. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, we saw a number of things, right? Anybody wants to share their observation on how things were, what happened, how it went about? Anybody would like to share that, and then we'll come to one of the things that chart and graphical representation. We'll get there, uh, but anybody would like to mention something? Maybe Goyani or maybe Seema. Okay, I'll tell you what were the things that stuck out majorly for me. One was it is able to reach, makes us customize content that we want. Fair, yes. It makes us it makes us give it information and context about what we require, right? The second was the better we are able to specify, the better the outcome. The better we specify the input, the better we get an output. This is like the exact flip opposite of Gigo. I'm sure a lot of you actually teach or learn Gigo, right? GIGO? Anybody who knows Gigo? You can ask AI, but I'm guessing a lot of you already know Gigo. I think Somya, you're being kind. The actual Gigo meaning is slightly less nice as you have put it. Yes, exactly. You're being kind on that. But Gigo essentially is garbage in, garbage out. If your input will be garbage, your output will also be garbage. One of the things that GPT or any of these generative AI models teach us is that your input needs to be slightly better, right? Okay, so before I go back to this point, starting from I think customized charts. Somebody had mentioned customizable charts or something like that. Before I go there, I'll give you an overview of how AI works. I'm sure you've done it, but mine will be from a very different perspective. When you ask AI to give you a paragraph on global warming, right? AI has access to the entire world, entire internet, all the data ever publicly uploaded anywhere. AI has access to that, right? So you say global warming, it'll give you a passage on global warming. Now the problem is you were looking for an assignment submission to maybe a paper submission, maybe to a conference, right? Uh, yeah, okay. I think we already began the session, Dhandapani. Yeah. Uh, so when you have to, let's say, submit a paper for a particular session, AI doesn't know that, right? So we've all read a lot of genie stories, regular genie stories, monkey's paw, Arabian Nights, or any of those. There's this Mahabharat ki story, जिसमें I think कोई वरदान मांगता है कि there is this poor family and you should give them one wish each, right? Most of these stories have a very common sort of pattern. And the common pattern is that the first one is asking for something that our greed wants. You can ask for money, you can ask for beauty, you can ask for reviving a dead one or something like that, right? The third wish in most of these cases is to reverse the entire order, is that this never happened, is to reverse it, right? And this is a very common sort of genie story pattern. What this does is a genie gives you not what you want, but what you ask of it. I'll just mention it here. Genie gives you not what you want, but what you ask, right? And I'll tell you why this is so important. A lot of times when we ask for something, we have inside of our heads a lot of assumptions, right? Now, when this AI that is global, trained on the data available all over the internet, receives that ask from you, it does not have the same assumptions as you. And one of the very famous examples of this is if you ask people what happened between World War One and World War Two, I'm guessing 1918 and 1939, right? Sometime there. What happened in this period? What will you get? Or, even better, let's just ask one of our GPT models on this. I am trying a different GPT just for fun on this. This is Meta AI. So there are many companies on the AI frontier. Meta is also one of them. It has an open source model called Llama. What happened between 1929, 1918, when First World War ended, and 1939, when First World War started? Okay. Now, before I run this command, I want all of you to think of an answer in your head and predict an answer for AI. Sorry, I'll just type it in chat also. 1918 and 1939, what happened? Simple factual answer. Nothing should be different on this, right? I want all of you to have an answer in your mind and have an answer on what AI will say. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. When Second World War started? 1939 Second World War started, right? Matlab, if I'm off, just let me know, na? Maybe an year or two. Okay, so I'm hoping you all have an answer in your head and one that AI will give. And let's see what AI does. Let's say I was born in 19, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so it talks about Treaty of Versailles. This is where, Germany was subjugated to a lot of sanctions. Then we had the Spanish flu, the century pandemic that we had. Then we had jazz, consumer culture, women's suffrage, the Depression, Great Depression. Adolf Hitler came to power. Italy had a fascist set of people. The Japanese invasion, penicillin came about, and the first commercial airline flight, right? Now, what is it that you had in mind when you thought of this question? Anybody would like to share? When you thought of this, what is it that you had in mind either on your own accord or what did you think AI would talk about? And while you do that, I am assuming because we are based in India, our perspective could, in most cases, be what was happening in India in those times. 1923, we also had Bhagat Singh Fasi, right? So for us, maybe it's a different set of events that are important. And let's actually try it out. Reasons for that. Okay, sure. So let me try this out and say from an Indian perspective. Oh, Jallianwala Bagh also happened. Sorry, I forgot that. Non-cooperation movement started. Simon Commission was there. 1919 Chelmsford Reforms, Government of India Act, Federal System, Indian National Congress was initiated earlier, but I think it's saying it came to the forefront. Economic growth, social movements, League of Nations. They didn't mention League of Nations in the overview, right? They engaged with all of this. Okay. So suddenly when you add Indian concept, when you add the angle of India to it, the outcome changes, right? Now, I remember somebody had mentioned that I don't like these bullet answers, right? Let's just add, please don't give answers in bullet points. right? Let's see what all changes. Okay, it's able to make smaller paragraphs out of this entire bit, right? Now, I also remember that Seema had said that I would rather have a table than just this content, right? So what I could do is ensure that there is a table at the end representing every year. Okay, to mention only the major points. Okay, wait, let me just try it out. Yeah, so actually the table does that. The table mentions only the major points for every year. Yeah. So it's saying, it's reached a word limit for this answer. Try something more specific, you win something like that. But it's actually able to give us this entire bit, right? It took us a couple of tries, right? Now, what if we were to start a new conversation and start with exactly this, the last prompt that we had? In this case, it's not giving us bullet points. It's not giving us global events. It is giving us a table of key activities and occurrences for most years, not all years. It's given us for most years, right? Now, the difference in how we approach it sometimes is the assumptions that we have in our head need to be translated. As simple as that. Does anybody have a question on this? I'll just write it down also. The assumptions in our head need to be translated to paper. If anybody has a doubt on this, please let me know. This is the underlying base for all of prompt engineering. This is the underlying base for everything. So they say that how you should treat AI is think of it as a smart graduate who has just joined your team. Smart grad who has just joined your team, right? Now tell me something. You all are accomplished educators, right? And you have people in your teams, you have RAs, you have new professors joining, you have sometimes students doing a live project. If you had to get this student to give you an output to your liking, what all would you do? What all would you tell the new grad to get good output? I'll just stop sharing the screen again. Yeah. All of you have worked with new grads. Tell me, what is it that you tell new graduates or new people who just join your team, smart, good people who join your team, to get the output that you want? What is it that you would tell them? Okay, we'll clearly define our requirements. Yes, that's really good actually as an answer. Yes. What else? And also, when you say clearly define, you want bullets, you don't want bullets, you want a table, you don't want a table, and stuff like that. Yeah. What else? What else will you do? In which way we want? Yes, completely correct. Completely correct. I think somebody had mentioned earlier that who is the target audience? Are you writing a letter to your mother or to the principal or to a newspaper? That changes the letter, right? So who is the target audience? Yes. What to do? Mention all the requirements for that. Okay. Yes. I'll just make right. It's already there. So yeah, what to do and mention the requirements that you will require this, you will require that. You make sure that you include this part, make sure that you include reasons, make sure that you include explanations, uh, who's going to consume it, what is it that we want. What else will you do? Think of an actual WhatsApp conversation with this new person who has joined your team. Think of their induction in your team. What is it that you tell this new person? Ah, Monesh, very good, very good. We give example of how we want it, right? So I'll actually just translate what Monesh is saying into a slightly more understandable perspective. Wait, sorry, let me just share my screen. Very good point, Monesh. Let me just do this. Wait. This is our US debt history wala point. The paper that we had written, that Goyani had said that we will write from the perspective of a for the consumption of a young girl, right? Now we can go to any AI and say something like, I want you to write an academic style paper on, give me a topic, give me a suggestion for a topic, anybody? Any topic? Dandapani, it could be an academic topic. Give me an academic topic that is relevant to you. Machine learning. Okay. Machine learning. Wait, let me just write machine learning. Uh, so I have copied that article from there, and now I am going to Gemini. Okay. Now I am going to say I want to write an academic style paper on quantum physics. I am sharing below an example of an article I like. Do it in the same style. And I paste this entire bit. That entire chat GPT thing that we had, I have just pasted it. Jisme, US, big family, why does it borrow money, helping people, paying for wars and all that. Okay. And what it has done is, it has actually given it to me in a very similar way. Fundamental, subatomic, superposition, world is governed by classical physics, this is what we do, basic principles, another principle, implications, conclusion, limitations. It's tried to follow the same sort of outline to that extent, right? Now it's possible that we think this should be dumbed down or dumbed up or howsoever that is, right? And we can ask it, write this from the perspective sorry, for the consumption of a 10-year-old girl in rural India. Right? So what it has done is it has dumbed it down, because from the example that we had shared, it only took the style and not the sort of reading level of that. We've now specified it. So what it has done is it has broken down this entire bit into smaller chunks with better understanding for somebody who doesn't understand this. And it's also mentioned very nicely in the end, for when you're older, you should look at quantum entanglement, right? Paste the prompts. Okay, we can paste the prompts here. Okay. So any questions still here? Anything? What we did was what Monish. Yes, what Monish had suggested, that we give an example of the output and then ask AI to build on that example or follow that example. Yeah, of course, this is a good idea, KVS. Clear steps of understanding CNN and tell it I have no idea of ML and AI. Very good. Yes. So I'll just maybe go one step aside from what KVS is mentioning on the chat. KVS has put up something very interesting. So what KVS is saying is that explain it to me, assuming I have no background in the subject. So, of course, KVS has given a very specific example. What I am trying to give you is a template that you can use to learn things or to assume how this could be done better by using some of these things. Okay. Any questions still here? Anything that you didn't understand, anything that you don't agree with? So what we did till now was to give everybody a broad overview of treating AI in a way that it is a new grad, right? Yes, completely correct, Piyush bhai. Step-by-step prompts become long and the information becomes specific and relevant. As I told you, what happened in the world, what happened from India's perspective, what happened year-wise, what happened, let's say, from Delhi's perspective, what happened from the perspective of women, what happened from the perspective of economy, from environment. Are you writing a paper for an academic conference? Do you want to share it with your grandparents? Do you want to show off your knowledge for history class? Are you planning for a speech? It could change all those things, right? uh, if you don't have a question, just mention something in the chat, and then we'll move forward. What I'll do is I'll just, yeah, okay, and yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping my screen's visible on this. Yeah. Yeah. So this is an overview. I think Dhandapani wanted, give us an index of how it is. The crux of today's session at a basic level, I'll try to cover some more advanced topics also, but at a basic level, this is the crux. If you have to click a picture, take a screenshot, this is that slide that you take a screenshot of. Yeah. Okay. So now I'll tell you what is happening in this slide. Okay. So the first point says, give it context, right? We already did this, that, the more context you give it, what is it? What is it that you want it to do? Give us more idea around it, the better the outcome becomes, right? The second is give it more examples. So Monish Bhai said it very well. Sorry, I don't know. Monish said it very well. That give it an example of how it was, right? If you share a previous outcome similar to what we did, the output that it will give will become all the more better, right? The fourth is, and I love this, if you want something, say it. Even in relationships, a lot of times we have silent expectations from our partners, our friends, our parents, or our children. And that's a problem because they don't know that we expect that particular thing from them. And most likely they will not be able to deliver it. Now, if they will not be able to deliver it, we will not be happy. Very regular, right? Coming back to something less serious, AI is very, very similar to that extent. If you want something from AI, if you want a table, if Seema wants a table, then Seema can say that she wants a table. If Goyani wants it in an academic paper format, then Goyani should say that I want it in an academic paper format, right? And I will come back to this later as well. If Soumya does not want it to look like an AI written thing, then Soumya can say that it should look like a human written note, or it should be written in the format of Piyush Bhai, or in my writing format, or in somebody else's, or Veer Sanghvi's writing format, right? I can't stress this enough. I'm going to actually type this here also. If you want it, say it. As simple as that, right? Um, how AI works is, AI doesn't, generative AI, especially the ones that we are talking about, it doesn't really understand what you're saying. Yeah. It appears that it understands, but it doesn't really understand what you're saying. It is actually joining those keywords and seeing what is it that might satisfy you, right? So this is actually a technology that is 100% built for us, right? So AI doesn't understand a lot of don't, avoid, and never. It works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes. My suggestion will be, you can not count on this a lot, right? Okay. uh yeah, yeah, there is still time. So, one of the first things that I liked in the responses was, uh, it took me 2 tries. I am so happy somebody gave it 2 tries, because when we work with a human, we usually do multiple tries. When we work with ourselves, we work with multiple tries. With AI, we are like, अरे मैंने बोला उसने एक बारी में नहीं किया, I'm not going to look at it, this is useless, it can't do anything, fail, right? We need to also understand that it is dependent on our ability to give a better input, which is a prompt in AI's case, right? And finally, we always have a choice. You don't like AI's output, you're not bound to use it. If you think that you are smarter than AI, full respect to you. Please go ahead and just use AI as an ideation engine, and then build on top of that, right? It's totally fine. You can choose to ignore AI's output. You can do whatever you would want. Yeah. So don't worry on that part. Let me just share a few examples on this. So let's say we say, write a concept note on event to promote handicrafts on 10th of Feb. I'm sure a lot of your colleges get something like this, right? Versus, write a concept note for an event to promote handicrafts from all parts of the country on 10th Feb. Event is supposed to be grand, graced by top level delegates, should span 7 days. First 2 days can be B2B, rest can be B2C. Notice being prepared from me to my boss for approval. This will go to finance departments, creatives, and publicity material will be based on this, right? Um, Let me just paste both these. Somebody wanted me to paste the prompts here. P11, and I'll just paste the second prompt also in the chat. P12. Yeah. Can somebody tell me what will be the difference in the outcome of these prompts for any of these AI engines? Any? Meta, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, Llama, whatever. Okay. Second option will give a better outcome. Yes. KVS, do you want to expand on that? Why do you think so? What would be better? What would be different? Can you tell me a little bit?
Yes, sir. Because I have personal experience on this when I use ChatGPT. Uh, like if you ask very general question, it will respond accordingly. It will try to, merge the information it gets from the source. But when you clearly give your requirements around left, right requirements, then it will give you the output that you feel, that you want, that you expect. Uh,
Wonderful,
that's
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much, KVS. No, thank you so much. That's really good. So that's correct. And you don't have to trust me or KVS for this. You can try out these prompts for yourself. You can try out a prompt that is more relevant to you for yourself and see what happens. The better you define the prompt, the better will be the outcome. Yeah. Ha. So let me see if I can open this example. There is this example that I have created. Let me see if I can open it. Wait. Ah, yes. Wait. So I'll just share my screen again. Wait. Yeah. So if you look at, if you have to, so this is an example task that I have created. So the example task is, uh, Dear Dr. Preet, I am writing this letter to you from this address to inform you of a wonderful prompt at this. And then I say, in the above, personally identifiable information such as Dr. Preet should be masked. Remove any personally identifiable information from the following, right? And then I've given it a letter, right? So basically, I gave it an example. I told it what to do in the example. So I solved it once, and then I've given it the task, and then I've asked it to do it. So what it has done is it has redacted names, locations, and whatever it considered was personally identifiable information, right? Now it's because I was able to give it an example that it worked, right? Let's try it out one more time. What we'll do is we'll try it. Wait. Uh, Wait. I'll just reshare my screen. This time a slightly different prompt, but a very similar sort of an outcome. Wait. Uh, yeah. So in this one, what I'm saying is it's the same letter that I'm doing this. What I have done is personally identifiable information such as Dr. Preet, Dr. Dhingra, and Vigyan Bhavan, right? I have just been more explicit with the instructions, should be masked, right? And the same instructions following this principle, the same letter I have given it. What happens now is it has redacted the three things that it had redacted earlier, but it has also redacted names, other names. So it has actually done a better job because I gave it more examples or I had specified it better. Yeah. Did everybody get that? If somebody didn't get that, just let me know. I'll just mention it here also. In example one, gave it highlighted 1 point, outcome X. Example 2, highlighted 3 points, outcome 2x. Yeah. Okay. Anything that you don't understand, अगर कहीं पे लगे कि कुछ ज़्यादा हो रहा है, नहीं समझ आ रहा है, just please let me know. Please feel free. Yeah. So give it more examples, right? Share your outcome, right? You can actually mention, wait, let me open this and explain what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay. So I'll just share my screen to this again. Yeah. So I'm saying, can you classify the following reviews? Uh, this. So these are the reviews. Yeah, dog. Okay. So now it's classified the reviews as these are positive reviews. These are all three of them are positive reviews. These are some negative reviews. And this is an irrelevant review. When you look at app reviews, this is how it is, right? Now I can say, I want you to classify these reviews in good publicity, neutral, at risk, lost, and random. And it does that very well, right? Now, what I can also do is I can keep telling it that these are completed cases using hashtag. For example, I had given these categories. What I have done is I have solved a few cases at risk and used hashtag to mention that this is a solved example that I'm giving you and it is not part of the comment itself. I hope everybody got that, right? And then I ask them to do the rest. So a hashtag can be used to signal an example, right? And then it does a slightly better job, right? I hope you folks got that. Okay, let me move to the next part. Sharing previous outcomes. This is really a game changer. It's the same prompt that KVS also mentioned might be better, but we have also given one or two other concept notes that were good, similar to what we did earlier. The outcome, of course, will be much better, right? If you want it to talk about a budget item for 3 lakh rupees for cultural performances, a lot of times you need to have that, we need this, right? If you don't say it, it will not understand it, right? Just say it. Just ask it that, make sure that you include these 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 things, and that's it. It will do those things, right? So for example, this is an example that I'm giving you. I hope you can see my slide, right? So in the same concept note for that handicraft event, I have mentioned, don't talk about Pashmina shawls. Okay. In the outcome, I got a line that said, a diverse array of handicrafts, excluding Pashmina shawls, right? Now, this is funny because if you want to exclude something, you would want to exclude it in a way that it does not become apparent that it is excluded, right? But AI doesn't understand things as well as you all do, or you all are of course exalted professors, but as regular humans do, and it will continue to just take that also as a keyword. Yeah. So don't count on this part as much, right? Now, if you don't ask it for changes, you will definitely be dissatisfied. You can say something like, please make sure there is a budget table. You can say that I want you to share the entire concept note with the budget table, put the items in the table. You can say add estimated amounts also. Whatever you want, whatever that will make the the actual document more usable for you, you'll have to say it, right? I'm sure you're feeling that this is a lot of work, and how and why. I'll tell you two, three good things on this, and then we'll see if there are any questions. You can start typing your questions in the meanwhile. Okay. The good thing is there are two parts to it. One, over time, the AI bot that you interact with, yes, the AI bot that you interact with learns how you like an output. It learns how you are as a user. It learns what you prefer as an output. What do you mean when you say, for example, in my context, doc could be Department of Commerce, right? In somebody else's context, it could be something technical, right? It could be diligence on chains or something like that, right? So AI also learns. So which means in the beginning, the effort will be higher, and over time, the effort will be lower, right? This is a common story also with the having a new smart graduate join your team, because over time this person will also learn how ma'am or sir work and how ma'am or sir like their output, right? The other is, if you have a particular way and format. For example, I'm assuming all of you are professors, right? One of the things that you can do is you can have your own set of custom instructions given to AI upfront, right? So instead of teaching it one by one, instead of mentioning it every time in every prompt, you can just say it upfront that, listen, I am a professor. I use you for academic research or whatever content text generation purposes. I want all content in academic written format. No bullets, no nothing, no table, no chart, nothing, whatever. It has to be in academic format. And please give it to me in that, right? You can go to Chat GPT, click on the button and say customize, and just give these instructions once and for all. And then going forward, every answer that Chat GPT gives you will be in conformation with this instruction that you have given it. Keep it simple is what I would say, but you can add as many things as you want. Keep it simple, right? Okay. Yes, completely correct, Manish. Any questions still here? Any questions on the few things that we read? Any questions on maybe custom instruction? Any questions still here? Otherwise, we'll maybe look at two, three advanced things, and then we'll take care of a few other points that we had. Do we get better response if it's a paid version? Slightly. So you get access to better models if it's a paid version. Better models give you better response, yes. So for example, if you have access to ChatGPT 4o, then irrespective of whether it is a paid 4o or a free 4o, you get the same level of response. But with a paid version, you also get access to O1, O1 mini. You get access to vision as well as audio. So the models become better. For the same model, the response becomes better or worse. I haven't come across that, right? Okay. Graphical abstract. What's a graphical abstract? Do you mean a graph, an abstract? Sorry, I don't know what's a graphical abstract. Are you on the training side? Do you mean like a knowledge graph? The new models that are coming out on knowledge graphs? No. How can we create custom GPTs? Very good question, Soumya. Actually, let me address something that Soumya had mentioned earlier that this looks like AI written, right? And that was a good point, Soumya. Let me just share a few things with you. Soumya, why does something look AI generated to you? Just mention whatever, you can unmute or just type it here. The pattern, okay. What else? So if a sentence starts with um, in the complex in today's world of complex realm of this and that, uh, we are doing this. Okay. So I'll tell you what. Let me share this, and this might be a fun, important prompt for all of you. Okay. So what we have done is we have compiled a lot of it, a lot of these uh, AI words. This is the prompt that I'm sharing with all of you. You can just tell AI to not use these words a lot. These are the words that AI uses a lot, right? So a lot of AI detection tools are mostly looking at some of these words because there is no AI detection tool that can detect actual AI writing, right? There is none, like none whatsoever, no tool except Google's own synth ID. So if you use Google Gemini to generate something and you put that back in Google test, then you can get a match. Otherwise, there is no way. Of course, if it is so, for example, if I write a submission to you, and as I say, however, therefore, robust, additionally, in today's era, promptly, notably, enigma, whispering, you will realize कि अरे ये नहीं है, because professors understand their students very well. Most of these tools are just looking at some of these words. And the second trait that a lot of these tools use, Piyush bhai, I'll just get to you. Piyush one, could you unmute Dr. Piyush also? Yeah. A lot of times what these are doing is AI uses more adjectives. More adjectives. Yeah. Yeah. Piyush ji, boliye. Sorry, Dr. Piyush, you wanted to say something? I'm audible to everybody, right?
Yes, sir, audible. You can
Yeah.
continue, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Coming back. So how this works is that AI uses more adjectives and AI uses a lot of these words, right? In case some of you are interested, then AI generated content copilot. Although I know I shouldn't do a lot of self promotion among all you wonderful dignitaries, but let me just share one of my SSRN submissions on this that I was doing some time back. Yeah. Dr. Piyush, kahiye. I think Piyush bhai will have to unmute Dr. Piyush. Ji, Dr. Piyush, you'll have to unmute yourself and then say something. Can anybody hear Dr. Piyush? I can't hear Dr. Piyush.
No, sir. You can continue, sir. I
Ji.
think is
Acha. Dr. Piyush, maybe you can just type it
Hello.
out here. Na? We'll continue
Hello.
the conversation. Ji, we can hear you now.
Good evening, sir.
Sir.
What exactly is the term that AI writing? I mean, if we are taking help of AI, then what exactly the meaning is this AI writing? If we want to draft something and we are explaining AI in details and with context and whatever you said earlier,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
better the context will be, better it will represent the draft.
Yes.
And if AI is generating draft, I mean,
Yeah.
when I generate, I try to compare the draft of Gemini and AI Perplexity and ChatGPT.
Right.
है ना?
Right.
I think most of the time I find more or less they are presenting the same. If by my prompt is same for the all three.
Okay. Okay.
But now there is a, you said that if they want to detect whether this draft is from AI or from you,
Yeah.
it means we are taking help of AI. That's it. Draft should be good. No, I mean whether it's taken from AI or not, it's is it that relevant to discuss? I mean, uh, otherwise,
So a
who
lot
will
of
take the help of? As a teacher, we
yeah,
can take we are trying to say student use AI for your learning. If a student is submitting some assignment using AI, so definitely we need to check whether it is submitted by student himself or herself, or whether he has taken from the. But it's very difficult to check whether it's AI draft or not exactly.
completely correct. Completely correct. So that is the point. So for a lot of academic publications also, uh, the sort of tools that they have or things that we use in our universities also, most of these tools are pseudo-scientific, and it is a set of these words, adjectives, and some structure or a synth ID in Gemini. Gemini is the only one that has an ID that actually could be detected with some degree of confidence. The rest is just generally going on. I think you have a separate topic on whether it should be used or not. I am a strong proponent of it should be used. The world has to move up. All of us educators have to move up in what we teach and how we teach. But I think that's not the topic for this session. What we'll move on to. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So somebody had mentioned academic writing for AI. Yeah. So, okay, give me a topic on topic for academic writing on academic writing. Just give me a topic, anybody, any paper. We'll all try to write a paper together on AI in e-commerce. Okay, fair. Sorry, let me just share my screen first, and I'll just take you through this, and we'll do multiple iterations of this. Okay, iterations to honi hai. AI mein you'll have to do iteration. Okay, write a research paper on AI in e-commerce. So this is approach one. Okay. This is approach one. It might be okay. It might not be okay. This is approach one. Okay. This is what it has done. Okay. Now this is in no way a paper. Okay. How I might want to present this approach this same problem. I'll tell you how that is, and you can share if something worked out for you. I want to write an academic paper for Journal of Economics uh, on use of AI in e-commerce. Please suggest 10 topics for the same. Once we choose a topic, we will divide the task into getting an outline for different sections. Once the outlines are finalized, one by one, we will move to literature review. For LitRev, please share BibTeX of all the cited papers. Format the paper in JOE format. Ask me whether I am satisfied before moving to the next part of the task. Break this down so that you don't get overwhelmed. Okay. So we are starting by, we've asked it to suggest 10 topics. Okay. It's given us a list of 9 and 10. It's given us a list of 10 topics. Okay. Uh, does anybody have a suggestion out of these 10? कौन सा अच्छा है? I'll just paste the prompt also here. But till then, anybody, Soumya, do you wanna take a stab at which topic do you want? Fraud one. Okay. We like the fraud one. Or go ahead with the fraud one. Soma, you'll have to be with me on this, okay? You'll have to tell me if it's okay, if you want to tweak something, or for the example, it's okay, but if there is something that you think is major off, otherwise we proceed. Okay, I'm assuming we proceed. Dr. Sheetal, I've pasted the prompt. Can you see it? I've pasted the prompt in this. Yeah. Creating detailed outlines. Great. Go ahead. So what I've done is I've broken it down so that after each section, I have the option of tweaking something or asking it to go ahead or pause, right? This way, AI doesn't get overwhelmed with the query. Otherwise, if you recall, Seema's first question, AI started giving us US debt in 5-year brackets, right? So it just gets overwhelmed. It's lazy. It's very human like us in that sense, right? Go ahead. So I just have to keep asking it to go ahead. It'll keep doing those things uh, one by one. Yeah, great. So it's using a case study method. I think this is what it had suggested. Comparative analysis, this, that, whatever. This is good. Move on to the next two tasks. So while I am getting impatient in terms of research, this is no time. This is hardly, like, it's taken maybe 3 minutes, because 7:08 is when Soumya ka message aaya tha, yes, and we've already gotten future directions, this, that, whatever. Let's see what it asks us to do. This is good. Let us go to litrev section. So if you have a suggestion on this, just let me know, okay? If you think that we can tweak something, something's not right, not good, whatever, you can just mention, okay? Please include leading academic journals that are top rated and also some that are recent. Redo this section to make it relevant and crisp. I think make it crisp is a common thing. वो तो customize में ही दे देना चाहिए. Okay. Write the lit rev section along with citations in BibTeX format. Make it crisp. It should be academically sound. Make sure, sorry, make sure the content is information dense. This is like a fun thing that I have learned. Make sure the content is information dense. Yeah. Okay, can you folks see the literature review coming in? Okay, so this is what it has written. It's fairly crisp. It says evolution of fraud, early work, Jones and all, Smith, Chang, 2019, 2021 study, detailed this, prediction of models, sophisticated, Thompson et al., undermine customer trust, discussed by Patel and Singh, fraud detection. Patel and Singh could probably be two of us on this call right now, but okay. And all this, that, and it has also given you BibTeX entries, right? Please make sure you use actual papers for this. Give me a list of papers relevant to this topic first. So now it's actually searching a little more. And it's also given us these, oh, wait. Yeah, it's also given us these sources, right? These sources we can of course click open and see whether it's correct or not. And these are, some papers that we have in this. So क्या करते हैं? Using just these 6 papers, rewrite the literature review. So now we can take BibTech at any time, na? Should we risk rely upon it for our PhD research papers? Okay, I will just answer that. Give me a moment. Let's just complete this ek bari. Give me a moment, okay? Okay, great. This is fine. Please share the entire paper in management science format. Make sure references are APA style. Put it in a Word document for me to edit. Make sure you double check everything. I'll just finish this and get back to you, Soma. Just give me a moment. So it uses Python to create a doc. Python is just a code interface between AI generated stuff and a Word document that we require in the end. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 tries to get this right, but you could get this right. As somebody said, I should have okay, not bad. It's sharing references. It's now putting it in a Word document. And there it is. There is a Word document. Wonderful. It's now there. There's a Word document with me now that has all this. Okay, so that is a closure on research paper, but let me just address questions one by one. How much should we use this? Please send the prompts. So while I have shared the prompts here, I will say this again. These prompts are meaningless. These prompts do not do anything. The prompt that will work for you will come from you. If you're just looking for lists and lists of prompts, you will get it online for free. There is no point. The point is for you to understand what is a prompt doing. Okay, so don't waste time looking for anybody's prompts. If you want, I'll give it to you. Or anyway pasted it. They don't help, right? Just think of 3-4 things on this. One, factual data. Perplexity is best for factual data. Okay, AI is accurate 85% of the time. Okay, humans remain accountable. Okay, you cannot delegate accountability. You can delegate responsibility. I'm hoping there are some management professors here, right? They might know this better. You use AI is your problem. If you use Microsoft Word and there is a red line in it and you submit that document and then you get a negative mark from your senior saying there is a spelling mistake in this, is it AI's fault or is it your fault? It's your fault. Similarly, if you use AI, it might save you a lot of time. It might save you brainstorming. If it makes a mistake, it is your fault, not AI's fault. Okay. Give it an example. Don't be shy of interacting with it. Abhi to yaar, your phones have WhatsApp, right? Wo Meta wala bot, the blue circle, right? Just call it up, just ping it up and just say what you want. Just say what you want it. Yeah, I don't think I can share the Word file. Piyush bhai, what I'll do is I'll just share the Word file with you over WhatsApp. क्योंकि इसमें I think Teams में I don't have the right to
Yes,
share
sir.
the document.
Okay, I will share to group. Okay,
Yeah,
Harshit.
I have just shared. Yeah, मैंने आपको भेजा ना, आप एक बार देख लेना. I've shared it with Piyush Bhai, Kirit. But again, give it examples, interact with it, spend time with it. If you want something, just do it. Do you know one of the best use cases that I think this had? So we were training Gurgaon police, okay? And Gurgaon police said that we were just discussing and all those things. So whenever you call police, na, there was this thing called Panchnama, right? Now Haryana, Hindi Bhashi state, uh, they have a lot of people who can speak in Hindi, but only one guy in the Thana called Munshi ji who could write the Panchnama in Hindi, right? And what we did was we asked the metabot, we just said, हम यहाँ आए हैं 4 लोग साइबर स्टेशन थाने से 32 नंबर मकान पे जगदीश सिंह जी की अभय राज जी से लड़ाई हो गई थी, वो इनके किराएदार है, अब इनका राजीनामा हो गया, आप इसका एक पंचनामा बना दो. And that's it. And then metabot actually able to create a panchnama there and then on the spot. Wait, let me just show it to you if I can. Yeah, Meta was actually able to create a panchnama there and then on the spot with the names and everything, right? You need to interact with it to reach somewhere. Okay, you need to give it context. Please don't assume it knows कि आपके मन में क्या है. I would suggest the same is true for your relationships also, for your professional life also, with your students also. If you want them to not use the phone, you can try saying it. If you want them to pay attention to something specifically, say it. If you want them to behave in a certain way, you can do it, right? Okay. You can get BibTech, yes. Please make sure that you check the papers that it cites. It'll make sense most of the time, but the paper could be definitely hypothetical. Totally possible. Okay. AI is accurate 85% of the time, 15% of the time, it's just lying, right? There are different models for different things. That part will not make a lot of difference in the sort of work that you folks are doing. There is no platform that can 100% check whether something was generated with AI except Google Gemini. I have shared my paper to prove that same thing. To generate graphs, so Chat GPT and Claude can generate graphs or any other visualization, right? It's open, it's free of cost. You can upload a file, you can do whatever. There is a concept of privacy in this, but a lot of what you do is not very restricted, price sensitive sort of information. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Any other questions or anything else you think I haven't covered? I'm so sorry. I don't know what is a graphical abstract. I know what an abstract is, but I don't know what a graphical abstract is. If you tell me what it is, I might be better prepared. Ji, Prasad. Piyush bhai, we might have to unmute Prasad bhai.
1 second.
Ji, ji.
Yes. Yes, Prasad sir, you can unmute your oneself.
So good evening, sir. I am from mechanical engineering background. I have generated a MATLAB code using ChatGPT. I need to recorrect it, and from that I have need to collect some data, which I need to put in some simulation software, that is ANSYS. I am putting it, but the error is coming from the software itself, and I am not able to rectify it through ChatGPT or through other means. How to do that, sir?
So tell me if I've understood. Na? You asked ChatGPT to generate MATLAB code to do some particular thing. And now whatever you
Data
have...
analysis.
Okay. Wait.
From that, I have generated Prony series, and I need to put that Prony series in ANSYS software. I'm getting the solutions, but that is not relevant or unable to solve my problem, sir.
So have you tried uploading the error onto ChatGPT?
Yes, sir.
And that is also not working?
That is also not working. I'm doing some small mistake that I couldn't be able to rectify, sir.
Yeah. I also don't have an answer. Sorry. Mother, we could try out one or two other softwares also, but usually Stack Overflow was great. I'm sure you've used Stack Overflow at some point. Stack Overflow usually helps with a lot. In fact, okay, I'll tell you what you can do.
Yes, sir.
Use GitHub Copilot to
अच्छा.
have run क्या कहते हैं उसे debugging your code set by set. I'm sure मतलब I don't know MATLAB code कैसा दिखता है, but I'm thinking it's general Python code. It
Yes,
will
sir.
have
Exactly. Yes, sir.
certain
Yes.
functions and certain subsets and certain brackets, right? So
Yes.
GitHub Copilot allows you to actually test run smaller parts and point out errors. That might work for you. It's not 100%, but that might work for you because that does this.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. How to turn it in AI detection tools work? How to reduce? So plagiarism is separate from AI. Plagiarism is separate, right? If you are using AI, ask AI to give you sources that will reduce plagiarism. Turn it in AI detection is a fluke. They are looking for some structure. They are looking for more adjectives, and they are looking for the set of words that I shared on the chat. There is no technology available to detect AI at all. Turnitin में भी आप नीचे देखेंगे, they say please don't use it in terms of evaluating academic output. So okay, two things. I'll just bring in Kavisa, but it says citations are wrong. How to get it to correct the reference? You'll have to work with it. You'll have to say, this is incorrect. Please give me a different one. You'll have to give it references. If AI starts to misbehave by giving you incorrect output, you can just ask it to redo it. You can ask it to redo it. It will lie a lot of times. Okay. If writing a research paper is easy and if it's hard to detect changes in the near future, yes. How to decide genuineness? Yeah, genuineness. So I don't know, Jigisha, but I'll tell you what. There are so many papers that have the exact phrase as an AI bot that AI, ChatGPT used to give. That will start with in the intriguing word of this, in the tapestry, like the sort of AI use right now that is in academics that has gone undetected and is already published is already very high. It is already high. So I'll tell you something. Wait, what is our problem with AI generated research if it is correct? If it is correct, assuming कि हमें अभी सही paper का reference आया, right? The paper that I shared, Kirit Bhai said we shared, right? Assuming the references were correct, what is our problem with it? There is no problem we have with it, right? Humans do research, machines do research, it doesn't matter, right? The correctness is, yes, something that still has to be worked on. AI is not 100% correct. AI will confidently give you incorrect references a lot of times. But if you were to spend time saying, I want this paper, or if you know of a few papers, or if you copy paste a few papers from somebody else's references section, it can do that job a lot better, right? Okay, citations are wrong. How do we get correct references? Work with AI. Work with AI. Kavisa, please come in. Piyush bhai, we might
Uh,
have. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay, good.
yes, good evening, sir. Actually, the graphical abstract question.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, like, whenever we write a paper nowadays, if you look in the science background or any background, they want us to give us a graphical abstract, meaning that how we have done the process and what output we have obtained through our research in a flow chart or in a pictorial fashion. And sometimes
Okay,
it
okay.
also
Like an
looks like
infographic.
yes, graphical, or it depends from work to work.
Okay,
So
okay,
which
okay.
softwares would be helpful to represent
So there are
our
there
work?
are two, three ways of approaching this. So one is you can ask AI to tell you what sort of a visualization will work. Okay. The second is you can use this thing called Gamma AI, which generates presentations, right, with good visualizations, right? That is able to actually put things up in a much better visual format in case that is what you want. मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा graphical abstracts देखे नहीं है, तो I could be a little off. Okay. There is something called as you can also use Chat GPT for simple mind map sort of visualizations. So I'm not sure which one of these will align best, but I'm assuming it's like an infographic. So there is nothing that creates amazing infographics from text right now. Gamma is probably the closest that you get to it. The other option is AI can tell you what sort of visualization that you created. And the third is Chat GPT and Claude can create mind map sort of like ticks, जैसे होता है LaTeX में. It can create that sort of visualizations for you relatively easily. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Soumya,
sir.
as
Thank
a
you.
research rejection process takes time, which leads to time gap. How can we improve research papers? It becomes difficult to redo the tasks again. Just ask AI to help you out with it. Yeah. Just ask. There's just no other way. Just so I'll tell you what I'll tell you my problem when I write. I don't get into that mind frame of sitting and writing. Maybe it'll take me half an hour, but I take almost a week to get into that half an hour frame. कभी कुछ हुआ, कभी कुछ हुआ, कभी मन नहीं किया, कभी खुद ही ऐसे कुछ. It becomes a lot easier when you just give it to AI and say, can you take a stab at addressing these? So you give it that document and you give it the comments in an Excel sheet or a Word file, and you say, can you tell me the changes for each of these comments that need to be made in this text? And then just simply accept, reject mentally, and then put it in your own words and see if it works out. This will help. Actually, I'll just write it. Wait. Plus comments and ask for answers for reference. Yeah. So Piyush bhai, I think we've just touched time. I'm available on LinkedIn. Drop me a line. I'd be happy to chat more. If you have a question, if you come across a good, nice shortcut, something nice, please let me know.
Yes, yes, sir. As there is a very informative session, the completely hands-on session. Basically, you design a research paper with the prompting. So that is a very innovative way of learning. Okay. Kavita ma'am, you are there? Yes.
Yes, sir. So, sir has nicely explained us how to deal with AI actually, step by step, the way we have to instruct. And very important few points I have noted that when you give garbage, you get garbage, like tit for tat. It's like that with AI bots. So, and another important thing that don't give up on the responses. If we are not getting the way we are wanting, we have to just re-instruct. We have to re-question again and again, and we have to mention. I feel that's the the heart of your lecture today. And sir has given us a number of examples. Like it was completely interactive, activity based session, like no theory. So I hope our audience have enjoyed. And and another important thing is, as sir said, that you is sir there or has left the session?
No, no, still here, still here.
Yeah, that there is no like structure that you have to like write this or that. It must be uh, a prompt must be from inside, or requirement. As sir said, that you don't have to copy the prompts and then you have to copy paste in the chat GPT and test. You have to ask the question as per your requirement. So I'm very sure it, because I have personally experienced that we'll get the best responses if we clearly mention our requirements. That's what is the essence of today's lecture. So thank you, sir, for joining us, for giving us your time, giving and sharing us your knowledge. We hope again to see you in future in such FTP organized by us.
Thank you, sir.
So
We get back to you after the post formalities. Yes, sir.
thank you, sir.
Our next session is within a few minutes. Kindly be online. Don't leave the sessions because it's sometimes it's difficult to rejoin. So our expert will be joined soon. Be online and take the break at your own self, not online, but offline break. Okay. We'll start our next session soon. Hello, Harshit sir. Are you in?
Yes, I am available. Am
Yes,
I
yes,
audible
yes.
properly?
Yes, yes, fine, very well.
Okay.
Can you check your setting options? Some
Just give me a second. Yeah, I am able to share the
it's
screen now.
enabled. Okay, fine, fine. So first, I introduce yourself and introduce you. Then you have to start your sessions.
Sure.
We
Uh,
begin our sessions. First of all, I welcome you, Doctor. Welcome you, Mr. Harshit. Is an entrepreneur and founder. So it's a very interesting sessions ahead for all of us. So first of all, I welcome you, Mr. Harshit, and I introduce you. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Harshit. Uh, it's a founder and CEO of CommerceX Infotech, right, sir?
yeah,
A
correct.
company specialized in AI and software solutions. It's basically design AI generated website, or you can say the AI tools that generate a website. So it's a very relevant topic to the FDP, and Mr. Harshit is agreed to join us in FDP as expert. So, sir, you can start your uh, how you can uh, generate that kind of an AI tools and also generate your also share your founder or entrepreneurship journey also. Sir.
Okay. So first of all, I'd like to, come across and give you a little introduction about myself. Myself, Harshit Rajput, and I am the founder and CEO of CommerceX Infotech. And we have our own product called newweb.ai, which is an AI-powered website builder. And we are specifically doing this from the last 1 year. And upon that time span, we have worked with a large scale of companies across the world, whether it be in the power generation stuff phases, in the management or in any other places. So we have developed custom AI solutions for them as well. And other than that, we have our own product as well. Recently, we are also doing pilot project with MGVCL. If you guys know, that's an power company. Just like we have Torrent in our in Ahmedabad, we have MGVCL in Vadodara for implementing AI solutions for them. And that's couple of things that we do. But to start with the journey that I experienced, how I became a founder, it was very skeptical cause I was working in an web development agency, and we were serving international clients. And generally, if you guys are from, I guess most of us are from the tech background itself, we might know that making a website takes somewhere around 4 to 5 weeks in an average, and it costs around $800 to $1,000 to make a typical nice looking website for a business. But then what problems that we were facing was a lot of clients used to come who used to have very small budget, and they were kind of like, if we can get something out of this, and we can make something like that. And there were AI tools back then. There was Wix, there was Durable, but none of them were that much good that we can actually produce a website which can be deployed onto the live environment as their business website. So that's where the idea of newweb.ai came in, and we started working on it. We failed couple of times, we did beta testing, we did all of the other things, and then now we are at a final beta phases, and we are launching in a couple of months to the production environment. So we are right now doing all of the beta testing and everything. And apart from that, I specifically come from a very AI introduced background. So have done a lot of research in AI as well, and what kind of AI solutions works for every industry. I'd like to share my second session with sharing my screen, probably if it's visible to everybody. If it's visible, you can go ahead and just write it down in chat whether it's visible, so I'll be able to have an idea about that.
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay, perfect. So let's start. Today's session is going to be about artificial intelligence in website development. And, just I'd like to clarify a little bit of things that it might be possible that sometimes we have some network issues because I'm sitting in an hotel room in Mumbai. I'm going to Switzerland this week. We have Geneva conference that is for AI for developing countries, and I'm representing India. So three people from India are representing there in AI FOD, and I'm one of them. Just to start with a little bit introduction about what I am, what we do, and I have done that, but just to get a little more insight about it, I have already spoken in some of the major tech events like CES, RSA conference, or ITUT summit. We have started newweb.ai from scratch, have raised funds from abroad, from foreign investors. We are very much well into the venture game as well. To be specifically, to get into the point of newweb.ai, what we do in newweb.ai is specifically it can create a website for you within minutes, and not just creating a website, it can actually help you to host the website and particularly manage that website as in whole. So it's an end-to-end software that we have built to make sure the website development is as easy as possible. Starting with the AI and website development market, what do you think, as of today? I would like this, session to be a lot more interactive. So if anybody can say, what is the time frame that it takes to make a website in current time, please, in the chat, please. And what is the like estimated cost for making a website? 1 to 2 week. Okay. Anybody else? At least 3 days, 2 weeks, within 5 to 10 minutes manually, 1 to 2 weeks, around 10,000 is the cost. Perfect. Okay, so 20K, 30K. So the quotations keeps on upgrading as you go from level to level. If it's a beginner who's making a website, they will probably charge 10,000, 20,000. If it's an expert, then they might charge, a couple of $100, couple of $1,000 to be exact. And then the time is 4 weeks. But let's say if you're a business who's starting your business today, you need your website today, not after 4 weeks, or not after 2 weeks, or not after 3 weeks. So that time span, that gap is there, wherein in that particular duration you are not able to commence your business because you don't have a digital presence, and that's a very big point of doing it. And then if we start building a website from scratch using the code, then there are a lot of struggles that happens, a lot of functionalities are there which we have to build from scratch, and hence it takes a lot of time. If let's say I'm making a website in Next.js, let's say, and if I need to optimize it for SEO, it's very difficult for me to do that in that particular area. And then if you want to add a blog manager, if you want to add a booking system in that, the hassle keeps on upgrading if you're using the code-based solutions. And that's where the first shift happened. And people shifted from code-based solutions to no-code solutions. No-code solutions like Bubble and Wix and stuff like that started coming in. And once the AI market started exploding, we had WordPress. I guess most of you guys know about WordPress with Elementor. So you can build very pretty website from WordPress. But from that was Web 2.0, and now it's Web 3.0. And in Web 3.0, we are not actually restricted to use or to make the website by our own self. There are already AI tools which will be able to make this website for us. We are being one of them. Other than that, there are a lot of tools which are available, which we'll see in the coming presentation. Let's say, in simple term, if I tell you what exactly AI does in the website development field is, it's not that entire website is generally made by AI. If you look at all of the tools, what they have is something a templated system. So there's a human who has already built the template, or there is a specific set of people who have already built the templates. And once those templates are built, then the AI is actually generating the internal core of that. So text is there, images are there, graphics, videos, or all of the rest of the things are being generated by AI. But these templates are specifically most of the time made by humans itself. But that is also changing as we are speaking. So now people are shifting. The AI tools are shifting from template-based architecture to architecture where AI can actually build the whole entire website, including the template itself. And let's say in web development, there are other methods, not just developing a website, but actually managing it and running it. AI comes in place very much often. I guess you, all of you guys uses Netflix, or all of you guys uses Amazon. They have clusters of GPUs, clusters of servers which are deployed, which are just tracking your activities daily on a daily basis to make sure that AI can get a little bit of overview of what you like, and then they can suggest you on that manner, so you can stick on that platform a lot more time. If I tell you from my experience itself, I used to spend very less hours, on Netflix 3 hours, 3 years back, but now it has gone exponentially high, and the reason behind that is AI itself, because AI is actually, making my feed so much nicer, that I need to see that thing, and that's exactly what's coming onto my content feed, and that's where these AI comes in the picture in the web development market. And the same is been done by Instagram, and same is been done by almost all of the countries that we generally use. Let's just have a look about what is the future of AI in website development. What is the future that is we are talking about? How that will shape in. There are particular three things, multiple things that comes across afterward as well. But three things are specifically we can see right now, and those things have already started the execution. But in the near future, you will see that these are getting much and much bigger. Some first and first most is AI powered website accessibility. So you will be able to access the website in a manner that it's much appealing for you. Let's say some of the people might be there who likes who likes to read a lot, who doesn't like the pictorial memory, and if we can get if people can get AI can get the sense of that, then the AI website can be made according to that, or rendered according to that, so that it appeals the end users. Then the second thing is something that has already started, that's called interfaces. So voice interfaces have already started. So right now, when you visit a website, you get a normal chatbot which pops in and say, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how can I help?" But that's very oldish. It's old fashioned now. And now the community is actually shifting towards a more inclined way, wherein voice interfaces will come in. So rather than just and AI agent texting you, "Hey, how are you?" There will be an AI agent which will speak to you, that probably if you're in India, if you're in India, some Indian language AI model will greet you that, "Hey, how are you? How can I help?" And those are the things that are going to shape the next generation of web development. I'll actually tell you how this things actually works, how these voice interfaces are being made. We'll have a quick demonstration on that as well. And then there is going to be the more personalized experience. So all of the data that we have on a specific user, then you can accommodate that and make an interface which is more appealing to them. First, I would like to have a little demonstration before we move to the next topic of hierarchy. I'll just have you guys look at the sneak peek of what the future is gonna look like. So there are a lot of tools that we can use. Let's say if we can try something out. And I guess before this session, Dr. Harpreet sir was telling you about researches. I don't know if all of you know about Gemini. Gemini is obviously something which is very more common to it, but they have released a very good version, that is 1.5 Pro with deep research, and you can access it for free for first month. It's free, and then you can try it. Specifically the people who are from the research background, for them this is something which will help them a lot, because you can actually do the whole research with citations with the help of AI. So AI will make your whole project report as in whole, and it will be able to give you the citations as well. And one of the a very big part of making a website or developing a website is actually doing the back research, that what is available. So this takes some time. This takes around 2 to 3 minutes to make the whole report out. But if we can just try generating a report on probably AI website builder market. So now what it will do is it will actually go ahead and analyze the data. Firstly, it will give me an base structure that if you would like to have this, like this will research the website, this will analyze the results, this will create a report, and that will be ready in few minutes. And we can say start the research, and this is the research that actual researchers do, and this will start researching it. And now how it researches it, it goes to website, it goes to all of the places which are available on the internet. If you can see, it is actually in the real time visiting these websites, taking references from there, and then it will prepare the report. We'll come on this because this will take a minute or two. We'll come on this later and see how which kind of report is being generated. Uh, Other than that, I'll tell you a little bit about what AI tools are newer in the market. I guess most of you don't know about DeepSeek, because this is the latest innovation in the AI market. This is a Chinese company, but the kind of model that they have is far more better than what you use in ChatGPT. They have actually trained their model on the own infrastructure of ChatGPT itself. So you can use ChatGPT O1 model for free using DeepSeek. So if you are having access to DeepSeek, then you will be able to use the O1 model with this, and the quality of output that it gives is far better than of GPT 3.5 Turbo or 4.0, or what all models that you have available right now. So you can try this out sometimes whenever you get some time. Let's get back onto the topic, and we were talking about voice inferences, right? Or chatbots when we were talking about a little bit. So what we can do is there is this thing called ai.azure.com, which is Azure AI Studio. So that's an AI studio. You'll get $300 of free credits when you sign up on this. And then you can actually, find make your own AI assistant, real-time audios, or all of those features are already available here, and it's very easy to use. It's simply like a drag and drop interface, and you get the whole code wherever if you need to do any deployment. Let's say if I want to use 4.0 mini version, I can give the model all of the context that I need in this textual format, whatever things I need it to act as. And let's say if I need it to act as an SEO editor, which will do the SEO analysis and give me and report out, then we can give that model a context or instruction here. Let's say an SEO editor. uh, okay, you can something like that, make a model instruction like that. Then you can actually add your own data in this. The best part about this using AI Azure Studio is you can actually add your own data sources, and now data sources can be endless. You can see if I want, there are a lot of things that I can see. I can add an URL or a web address to this. So if you have your own website and if you need to make a chatbot for that website, you can actually go ahead and add the URL of that website, and it will just go ahead and scan all of the data and make the AI chatbot for you. You can upload your files. This is very good for people who have very large research data. Let's say you have like 100 books that you need to do research on, and you have all of those books have at least a 500 or 1,000 pages. In normal chat GPT or in normal DeepSeek or Gemini models, you cannot upload those many books. You cannot upload 100 books or 500 books at a time, and you cannot get that output. But here you can actually upload a lot of books. You have to just make a storage block in Azure, and all of the tutorials are available. I just want to inform you about these things. Uh, you just need to upload the files on a blob storage, and you have to connect that blob storage, and you can upload endless files there. Let's say 100, 500 files as well. If it comes in the model context window, you'll be able to get the same output, and on a very large set of data that you have. Other than that, you can have your own links if you are having some, and there are connectors as well. So there are a lot of connectors that you can use to connect with your own database as well. So guys from computer department will like this very much. If you have a database wherein you are storing a lot of invoices, and the AI to get the data of invoice from that database on the basis on real human interference. Then you can add a database as well. And the best thing is you can add multiple data sources. It's not like that you can just add the file, or you can just add the URL, or you can just add the database. You can add combinedly all of these, and then the model that will come for you is going to be far more refined for what you want to train on. And let's see, if you do all of these, you must think that the integration of this will be very hard. If I need to deploy it on my own server, it will be very hard. It's going to be very easy, because you need to just go ahead and you can click here, view the code, and you will see this is the whole code that you need to enter. And there is an key based authentication, and you can get that in multiple languages. And because everything is being done on the Azure Studio itself, you don't need to actually manage every single thing. Every single thing is managed by Azure itself. You just need to call an API from this, and you will be able to go ahead with this. This is the chat-based system, like a chatbot system that we have. And then other than that, there are assistants that you can create. There is real-time audio that you can create. And the next thing is 11 labs. A lot of you guys might know about 11 labs. Those of you who does not know about 11 labs, it's an AI tool which helps you create voice output. So if you want to get voice output, they have somewhere around I guess the 1,000 or 2,000 models that you can use to get the audio out. And they have all kind of models like conversational, characters. You want Indian origin, you want Hindi language. Actually, it supports Hindi, Gujarati, all of these languages as well. And then in this, there is an feature called conversational AI. You can use this conversational AI to make a very good application, such as AI based cold caller, AI based support agents. And this also gives you a free trial limit, and you can try it out. This is Okay, so this just placed a call to Eric. So Eric is a dedicated support agent who is ready to resolve any issue that we have. So let's try to get a call on with it. Hit a call on with it. Hey Eric, I have some issues while generating website with newweb.ai. Can you fix that for me? Okay. You saw us. Did you guys were able to get the output that Eric gave, or was it not audible? Anybody can, say in chat if you guys got the output of what Eric told us. Hello. Guys, were you able to hear what, output AI, like Eric gave us? Not audible. Okay, so but it's more or less a call system. So you can make your own AI agent, and call with this. And this is something which is gonna be impacting the website development phase a lot. So there will be AI agents on websites which will be able to talk to you, speak to you as we speak. Okay, and then if you guys know, we had start made a report. You can see that in the whole AI website builder market report. They have it has completed the whole report. It has made all of the top competitors, research methodology that it has used, what are the features, then what is the review, what is the market share. And the best part about this is you get all the citations here. So this specific thing will give you data which is, let's say it will not have that much of errors, because it's coming from data and you are getting the citations. So a lot of the case, this is going to be much more accurate than just generating a report from ChatGPT, or just generating it from any other AI tools. So that's a little bit about what the new technologies are going to look like for us. We can go from future to the hierarchy of what AI is being used in web development as we are speaking. So in content creations, there are tools like Jasper or Copy.ai, which you can use to generate, content, and they are very genre specific. You can do the same thing with, if you use correct prompts, you can do the same things using Chat GPT, Claude, or stuff like that. But I'll recommend you, whenever you're generating content for your website, or whenever you are generating content wherein there's a human touch that needs to be there in the website. I'll suggest that don't use Chat GPT in that specific problem case, because Chat GPT is much more, guessable, that I can guess that this is using Chat GPT. The same goes with Gemini. So if you want to generate content, I'll say you can use these tools like Copy.ai or Jasper. Or other than that, I'll suggest, if you cannot use any of those, use Claude. Plus, Claude has a lot of differentiator in it, on how that process the data that it has. So that's why you can use Claude for generating content as well. And then if you want talk about the AI generated images, there are a lot of options that you have available, and I guess in the previous FDP sessions these things might have been covered as well. The AI generators, there are Delhi, Midjourney, and a lot of these things are there. You can use a tool called Deep AI. You can use a tool called Deep AI as well. This is for first few images you get that for free. You can use standard or HD quality, and they have like 100 different style that you can choose from for generating images. So you can use that as well in the image generations spaces. And then if you talk about the design and development of actual website, if you want to actually make a website, then there are a lot of tools that we can use. There is Wix, there is Durable, newweb.ai is our own product that we can use. Let's just have a little bit detail on that later. Then we have the user experience section that I just explained you, that you can have chatbot, voice chatbots, or different things like that. That's where the user experience comes in. So you can have a much better user experience using these chatbots. Sometimes chatbots annoys users, but in general they help a lot to the customer, if they provide exactly what they're looking for. Right now what's happening is the chatbot that are available in the market are as such very static, that they are trained on specific questions and they can just answer that. But when the AI will come into the place, it will be able to guide the user how to use the website, or other stuff like that. And then this is going to be a much more important part in the user experience field. Now let's talk about what tools we have for actual website generation. If you want to generate a website using AI, what are the tools that we have in the market that we can use? So first is Wix. So Wix is very well known. I guess all of you might have used it in some way or other. But firstly, I'd like to just clearly point this out, that this is not the best tool that is available in the market. And I guess it's the worst one that is available in the market as we are speaking. Because Wix has a lot of data that it use, but it's the kind of website that Wix generates. It's not, it's not a website that anybody would like to, go ahead and deploy onto their own business website. Obviously, you can make a website if you are a pro. Other than that, a lot of things doesn't work well with Wix. Let's say, okay, I'm just logging into Wix and I will try creating a website using Wix. They have a very good chat-based interface. So let's say, what is this site about? So we are making a website for an AI event, let's say, and it will be able to then give us much more things. The two thing is that this is a little slower as well, and then the kind of a website that it will generate at the end will not suit that much well. What kind of content will be featuring on your website. We are just trying to build a very quick website here, so we can see the quality of all of the website builders that we have, what kind of quality that they are building. Okay, you're all set. Let's go to the dashboard now. And now this will ask me to actually go ahead and answer probably more questions and build the website on that manner then. Generate using AI. Okay. Change into brief. We're generating AI event, your company event site. Once the site is ready, you can click anything you want to change in brief or adjust the content. So this has started the generation process, and this will take a minute or so to generate a website, minute or more exactly. Uh, Other than Wix, the features of Wix is that it encompasses a lot of tools that are already available. So it has templates, it has the SEO tools, it has the blog, you get the business manager, you got the invoice manager, you get their payment manager. So somebody who's just starting out and it's a very small business, then Wix is a good option to just quickly start a website. But there are better options than this available right now. Once till it is creating a website, what we'll do is we'll look at some other tools which are also available, which operates in the similar space. You know, one of them is Durable. So Durable basically is an AI website builder. This is also a good website builder to get a starting point, but this is a single template based website builder. So this has a single template that it uses for every website that it makes, and that's why it's a little bit on the edgy side. And let's see, the website has started generating. So this is a website that Wix built for us. Okay, you guys can see. So this is a website that it built for us. And then we'll go ahead and try Durable as well. So what kind of website we can get using Durable? Let's go ahead and sign in. Okay, let's try building a website for the same AI event. Or let's say, let's build a website for an AI consulting firm. And okay, let's go ahead and try this out. And wait, this will start making a website. Uh, let's look at what abilities these Durable offers. So Durable has a set of tools as well. This also has a blog builder, this also has an invoicing management system, or this also has an CRM based system that you can use. Then they have their Google Ads generator and all of the other AI tools as well that you can use. And a lot of your tools in Durable are free actually. You don't need to pay for them. Like these Google Ad Generator or other marketing tools are actually free, so you can use it. And the only thing that they have a paid subscription for is the Durable website that you host or connect your own domain to. Okay, and it has created a builder for us. We'll just create a website using this now. Okay, so here we go. So it has already started. This is the fastest that we have. Durable is the fastest AI builder among everybody because they have very good refinement in their AI spaces, and it can actually build a website within a couple of minutes, not even a couple of minutes. It challenges you that it makes it in less than 60 seconds. Sometimes it takes a lot more time, but average out comes into a minute or two. Let's see. The website is still being generated. It's 67%. But we can have we can have a look at what kind of website this is made. So this is a website that we got from durable. And this is a good website if you want to just make a starting point. This is a great website actually, not a good website. For a great starting point, it's a good website, and you can then add more pages to this, and then go ahead and do all of the stuff as well. So this is what durable is. Then there are the two of the builders which are the newest in the market. So Dora.ai is new, and new app that is our own product is also new in the market. So if you see, Dora.ai is an platform that builds the website, but the main features that Dora promote is they are 100% AI. So they don't use stock images, they don't use other stuff. They are on 100% AI mark. They even make their templates. A lot of templates are also made using AI itself. So they are more of a 100% AI company. Other than that, all of those are, let's say 60-70% AI. And there are some manual works which have been done, which are just the automations on 30% of the part. The Dora.ai has also one single advantage, that is the 3D website builder. So they have this thing called 3D website builder. So you can incorporate 3D elements directly onto your website. We can try this one as well. Let's see. And I'm building all of these websites from scratch. I have not logged in. I have not tried anything. We are just playing a scenario which will exactly happen when you will start, building your website. That's why I've logged out of all of these website builders on major part. Okay. This is a single interface, so that's a good thing that about Dora is it doesn't ask you a lot of questions. You just need to give it, a prompt, and it will try to make a website for that. Okay. So we have click generate, and this will now start generating website. So it will first give us a preview of what options we have. So it will give you a preview of these are the three options or two options that you can make probably. Okay, let's say we have any style. No, I don't need any style. Let's say tech can. I have used this. I'll have to log out and get another ID because I have used this a lot in this manner. Okay, here we go. This has let's go ahead and start building up website now. So this will first generate us a preview, and then you can use that preview to get a better website. So you can see the wait time for this is actually around 1 minute. All of these AI tools have that thing in common that almost the wait time when you complete the instruction set is around a minute or two. So if you compare it with what we have in a physical environment where you develop a website, it takes 4 weeks. And this whole process from signing up to building and hosting a website is taking less than 4 minutes. So it's on 1,000x faster if you want to make with AI. But obviously the thing is that these are not exactly what a website will look like. But for a starting user, for a business which is just starting out, this is very far available, which is very far good enough to make a website using this as well. So we have just 10 seconds left. Let's see if we get this thing generated. They are also in their alpha testing, beta or alpha testing right now. So this is also the newest version that they have. Okay. The good thing about Dora is that this is 100% AI. So you don't see any stock images, or you don't see any content which is not generated by AI, which was a placeholder, which was just put in there. Other website builders uses that a lot. Even our own website builder uses that a lot. The stock images are being used a lot. Let's say it has generated us two previews. Let's see. The second one is still loading. So we'll generate this one. This one looks better. And once we have all of these generated, at the end, what we'll do is we'll compare it side by side. That we these were the website builders, and these were the performance or the end output of these website builders, and then we'll probably do a poll to see, what we all of us says. This is also powered by Flutter. Then we'll go ahead and see the more code-based tools that are available in the market. If you don't want to just build a website, but you just need to get the code out, then there are tools for that as well. We'll see that in a couple of minutes. Okay, 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 okay. This okay. One thing you can notice is how friendly they have made their user experiences, that they actually say that it will take a minute, then they took 25 seconds more, than they are loading this thing, so that's taking 1 minute more. So comparatively, that's taking around 2 to 3 minutes to make a website, but then they made the UI in such a manner that it doesn't feel that much that it's taking 2 minutes or 3 minutes to make a website. It just feels like that it took 1 minute to make a website. So this is the website that was made using Dora. You can see this is much better than what we generated from the last two. And then we can go ahead and look at our next tool. So then comes newapp.ai. This is our own tool that we have made home or at home. We have worked from the last 1 year on this tool. And the fun fact about this tool is that this is based out on WordPress. So the core of this is based out on WordPress. So you have the drag and drop features. You have all of these things that you need to do. The SEO, then the editor tools, then you have the Google Console integration, the Clarity integration. All of those integrations are very handy when you do it with WordPress. So this makes an AI website, but using WordPress. So that's a plus point on that. And then you use we have the SEO and backup managers as well to prevent the website from malfunctioning at some point of time. We can try this as well. So it's newapp.ai. Let's try this now. Okay, so we'll just go ahead. This is we have made it more questionable in the newer features. We are gonna listen up the questions, but right now it's there only. AI consulting form website. So okay, what is the meaning of your business? AI consult. Provide AI and SaaS consulting. Okay, what is a business address? So the best thing about newapp.ai that we built was that it's complete. So you don't need to actually then do go ahead and change a lot of stuff. Everything that you need to have, even from your social media links to all of those things, are actually being generated using AI itself. Say. And this asks you what kind of website, you need a professional tone, what kind of tone you need. Let's say you're making a consulting website, then what are the services that we provide? This asks you that what are the services and products that you provide, so you can get a little bit idea about. And then the content specifically comes in that place as well. And then it asks you for the logo file as well. So let's just take a logo. And it asks you for social media links. You can just tend to skip that That's not something which is very important. And now from this point, this takes somewhere around 2 minutes to make the whole website. This process is much faster, when we are located near servers like Ahmedabad or Mumbai. But when you go ahead, at later stages, it start taking a lot of time. But you can say that this complete process is somewhere around a minute or two. We have exactly calculated. Sometimes it takes less than 1 minute. Same time it takes more than a minute or two as well. That depends on where we are standing, and what kind of website you are building, what kind of content is there, images are have to be generated, or have to be get from the servers, and then the internet quality as well. And then we are at the beta stage, so we don't have those high resources available right now. So that's why sometimes what happens is we get some errors. We get some building while building the website, we start getting some errors and stuff like that. So let's say till this is making a website, if you guys have anything for me, we can have a little chat there. How to enter our own images in these developed website. So yeah, Tata, the thing is that all of these websites are majorly editable. All of the website builders that makes the website for you, most of them are easily editable. So you can go ahead and change the images, edit the content by yourself, and all of those comes from the drag and drop revolution. So most of them are drag and drop itself. So you need to just go ahead and build that out, and it will be able to accommodate that. Other than that, we have anyone with any kind of questions? Anybody? Sir, how to create a website with database? Okay, so with database, then you need to go for the code-based approach, or you can use new web, because we are using, and indeed we are using database. Because this is based on WordPress, you cannot use it just without database. So this is the website that was built using newweb.ai. I hope you guys like it. This comes. This was an year. This took us year to reach this level, to make a website which is pretty much very nice, nice looking, which can be made by a developer, and it's complete. So from contact form to about us page to everything that you can think of was built using newweb.ai. And this is something which is in an Indian company that is doing. So guys should be proud of it. And probably a student from which has passed from Gujarat itself has made this thing happen. So for all of you guys, it should be a good moment to real life. And then, as we have all of the websites here, all of the generated websites, what I'll do is I'll just put them beside each other's. We'll have a quick look of on all of the website, and then we'll have a poll of which website looks the best. And be very honest, if you don't think our website was best, you can be sure of that. This was Wix, okay. Then this was Durable. Uh, this is what we got from Dora. You can actually we can uh, try this in their subdomain, if we can. We have to publish it online then. So okay, load up. This is a website that we got from Dora.run. I'll just have a wait for you guys to have a quick look. And then this was a website that was generated using newweb.ai, which is our own AI website builder, right? You can see the type of images that are being generated are not that much relevant. We are already working on fixing that. Then let's just have a quick. Okay, we have some questions. Do we need to buy a domain? Okay. So in newweb.ai, you get free domain for 1 year. So your plan includes free domain for first year, and almost all of those builders have their own plans wherein they include first year free domain. Then, so which one will you ask to use? I'll say let's have a poll and let's just let the chat decide which one to use. Actually, there is no option to create an poll right now. What you guys can do is, can you just drop a message on the chat? Which one will you guys use to make a website using AI if you want? Dora. Okay. Guys, let's just fill the chat. I got one single response right now. So anybody else? Dora or New Web? Okay, Dora. Perfect. New Web. Domain charges after 1 year. So domain charges after 1 year is same. New app, Dora slash new app. Okay. Domain charges after 1 year is what it is in the market. It's 1,200 rupees or 1,000 or 1,200 rupees per year on per year basis. So as we completed, the things, we can now compare all of these, and we can see what are the parameters. I'll not force you to get an opinion, but these are the parameters that we have for the AI capabilities. Pix is a very basic website builders. Durable generates a very static website. Dora generates a website with great animations and 3D. It can generate 3D websites as well. Newer AI and specifically is more on the complex website part. So it can generate a website which is very similar to what a WordPress developer will generate. And in the speed part as well, all of those are almost less than 2 minutes. 1 minute or 2 minutes is exactly the time frame that we are looking at. Ease of uses, all of those are majorly based on their own drag and drop builders. Wix has its own builder. Durable have their simple editing tools. We are Elementor compatible, so if anybody who has used Elementor can actually use Elementor on newweb.ai as well. Then if you look at the plans that we have, Wix has a plan of $17 a month. Dutable is at $15 a month, $14 a month is Tora, and $8 per month is newweb.ai. For Indian markets, we have very different plans. We launched that at a later point, but we are targeting it to make it under 300 rupees per month, 250 to 300 rupees. That is the sweet spot that we have analyzed, and we'll launch newweb.ai in India for that 250 rupees, 300 rupees per month price plan itself. Okay, and then we want to see what are the options. If I am not a person who needs to use the AI-based website builders, let's say I don't need to make a complete website, but I am a developer or I'm a tutor which needs the code, which needs to make the website using code. So there are a couple of options that you can use. You can use ChatGPT, Claude to generate the code, DeepSeek to generate the code. But then if you need something much more compiling in an editor which you can chat with, then there are two options which are available, that is bolt.new and v0 by Versal. We can have a look at both of those as well. Let's see. This is bolt.new. Bolt.new lets you build, you can build interfaces, you can build websites using this. So let's just make it landing page or an AI event. Nice. I will start building the code for you. And then we have v0 by Versal as well. That's exactly the same thing. They are very pretty much common. They have very similar interfaces of what kind of website that you need to that you can build with this. Okay, so you can see that now makes the whole files. They are based on Next and React JS specifically. So it will generate you the code, and then you can actually go ahead and review it once it's done. So it makes all of those files. So you don't need to start from scratch. You get some starting points. And let's see if we can get a preview here. Bold.new is not 100% available on previews sometimes, but we'll be able to get a preview with v0. Okay, So let's say this is something which has not got us any preview, but let's try the same with V0 Versal. That's exactly the same thing. You can try and test it out which one is working good for you. There are V0 and Bolt.new. I'll recommend for anybody who's using to make a website, use V0 and Bolt.new to develop components, not the actual whole landing pages or stuff, but you can generate your components or generate the starting base code. You don't need to start from scratch. You have something to start with. Let's see if we can get a preview here now. No. Okay, we got it now. Come on, come on, come on. So see, this is a landing page that was built, that is code based, that was built by bolt.new. The same with V0, it's loading the code. We can see the code files, all of those code files will be here. And the preview is premium right now. And that's exactly you. And the good thing about v0.dev is it's powered by Versal. So all of you guys who know about a Versal a little bit, you can actually host it directly. You don't need to actually do a lot of stuff. This is a website that was hard coded built by v0.dev. Okay, here we go. So this is what v0.dev built for us. So that's what the code-based approaches are. So if you can choose to select, if you want to go with an AI-based website builder, you can go with that. If you want to build, an AI website, then you can take help of these tools to make your life easy. So you don't need to code a lot of things. Good thing about Versal V0 is you can provide it URL. It can take screenshots as an input. So a lot of stuff are there which this can do as well. I guess that's it for my time today. I'm available on LinkedIn as Harshit Rajput, and then now we can start on the Q&A session, or all the sessions wherein we can answer some of your doubts.
Thank you, Harshit sir. Thank
Yeah,
you. It's a very interesting session. We get to know about various unknown thing as educators. Basically, we are deal with education tools and all that things. But
yeah,
the website is a very essential thing is nowadays as a
yeah.
personal website or as a educational website. So it's very informative sessions, and the tools you suggest or tools you describe or that is very interesting.
Okay.
So thank you very much. Coming from your busy schedules, आपने हमारे लिए टाइम निकाला और ये इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग हम एजुकेटर्स को सिखाई तो दैट इज वेरी गुड फॉर
That's
अस.
that's completely okay. And actually, I have learned from all of you guys. मैंने आप लोग से ही सीखा है. I am from Gujarat itself. इधर I guess मेरे कुछ tutors भी होंगे जिन्होंने मेरे को कभी सिखाया होगा. And I'm very
Yes,
grateful
yes.
for all of you guys, the work you do, and that's why the kind of people like me can get up because you guys have trained us from the scratch. That's about it. So let's see if you have any doubts or any questions related to AI, not just web development. If you need some specific tools for some task, let's have a quick chat on that manner.
Okay, or if anyone have any want to discuss something, that can raise your hand. I can access your mic. I can allow you access your mic. Yes,
Please make your
Virendra
session
sir.
free.
Yes, yes, you can unmute your own self and
Hello, am I audible?
yes,
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 you
sir,
are
you're
audible.
audible.
Good evening, and thank you so much, Harshit Rajput sir. This the wonderful session that you have carried out, and we have taken so many things like NAB, Azure AI, Dura, Dora AI, Durable, NAB itself. Now,
Yeah.
I want to ask that suppose we want to customize our URL also. Suppose we have hosted this website on Dora, that R, right? So can we
Mm-hmm.
customize the URL also, or they have some prefix in front of our URL?
No, no,
What?
no. Yeah, so actually in the free plan you cannot have your own custom domain or custom URL. But if you go with the paid plan, then you can add your own custom domain on all of these tools. All of these tools have that capability wherein you can add your own custom domain.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Fine, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And once
thank you.
again, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We have another question, sir. Hello, sir. For a sales simulation website for MBA student, which website generator would be the best considering the ease of product listing, setting up payment systems, and an easy interface for consumer to search for items? Okay, but Rajesh, sir, I'd like to tell you that these almost all of these website builder doesn't support e-commerce website. But if you need something like that, this using AI, I'd say you can go with Durable. They have e-commerce options where which you can use, or you can use Shopify to build it. There are a lot of templates that are available on Shopify, and you can build it from scratch from that. So probably that's more a reasonable approach when you are building an e-commerce website. And I will say all of you guys, never build a e-commerce website using any of these AI website builders, because e-commerce website have a very higher load capacity. These website builders will not be able to accommodate that much of a load.
So in a smaller scale, we can use that thing, but
Yeah.
in higher scale, we go with the another platforms.
Exactly, exactly. You should probably hard code or use Shopify if you're using e-commerce. That's more the reliable update. Then any AI tools for Android app. For Android app, if you're building it from scratch, then you can use a GitHub Copilot that gives you a good amount of code. And then there's an AI tool. I have that bookmark. If you want to build an no code app, then you can have Bubble. You can use bubble.io. And then there is something called AppyPie. I'll just write it down here. That's called AppyPie and Bubble. So you can use that. AppyPie also lets you build applications with the help of AI. That's for Android and iOS applications specifically. But then there's a lot of things that you need to do then to publish it onto the App Store or Play Store.
Yes, yes, it's very
Yeah.
good.
Okay, sir. Any
Okay,
AI bot
nowadays
for
app.
Yeah. Sir, any AI tool for ER diagram generator? Okay, yeah, actually, this is a very good question because I just forget to mention one of the best AI tools for you guys. Because all of you guys are from either research background or faculty somewhere. You guys need to make a lot of diagrams or make to teach the students in a more interactive or more informative way. There is a thing called Miro. I don't know if all of you guys have used it. There is a thing called Miro Board, which we generally use when we want to make the project diagrams and stuff like that. But there is an AI feature in this. You can use that to actually build diagrams or very complex diagrams using Miro itself. Let me just show you what kind of diagrams you can build. We'll just make a quick diagram as well. For us as well, our whole business plan is on Miro. Every single of our final product plan, our customer journey, landing page, anything that you can think of is actually built using Miro. So we all do all of the planning on Miro board itself. So let's just make a blank board, and I'll show you what you can build using AI. On this. Okay, I'll not start with our template. I'll have to see that option because I have not used this from a lot of for a lot of time. But this has a very good tool. Yeah, mind map probably not mind map as well. This has a tool wherein you can actually ask. Yeah, here it is. You can ask the AI to. It's on the top itself. Let's say if I need to make a mind map or if I need to make an ER diagram, we can have it make an ER diagram for AI website builder. So this can generate a lot of things. There are document diagrams, or you can choose from this. So there are all of those things: flowchart, mind map, AI diagrams. You can choose from this. I'll just say, AI website builder, AI diagram. You can add more prompt. I'm just showing you that this is something that you can make using Miro. When you will start, and this gives you free credits as well. So this is free for the start. You can use it for free as well, and this is very good if you want to make interactive things. A lot of presentations that we do as well are based on Miro. I take a lot of things from Miro. So this is an AI diagram that it built uh, for us just right now using AI. But obviously, if you'll feed it with more information, I just feed it with an AI website builder, and this is what it built. But if you feed it with more information, let's say you feed it with what particular columns you need, what particular things you need, then the AI diagrams will come very much better. And then for a lot of project documentation for the computer science researchers or faculties, that they need to do is they need to make a lot of mind maps, a lot of project reports. At that point, you can use the flowchart or mind map features, and then you can you know uh, give more information to this, and then the kind of output that it will give will actually blow your mind, because I use it for my own product as well. You can see this is a mind map that it built with just inputting AI website builder. What is my target audience, what is my technology, what is my overview, support, marketing, user experience. You tell it, and it will be able to make this thing happen. So this is something which I forget to share, and it was really amazing, really good for that one question in chat I got. So I was able to share this. Thank you for that question specifically.
Basically, that tool is also used for the diagram generations, graph
Yeah,
generates the Excel data into a graph format and other things. So it's a very
exactly.
interesting tool.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
it's
Thank
my
you.
pleasure, sir. Yeah, anybody else?
Is there any questions from audience or want to some discuss with Harshit? So we conclude the sessions. It's very interesting sessions. You shared your insight about the website designing, some of the tools we note across our education journey. So it's very interesting to us. So thank you again. We see you soon in next sessions and advanced session of this thing also. So
Sure,
thank you
sure,
very much.
perfect. Thank you so much
So
for everybody.
thank
Thank you so
you,
much for being such
thank
a
you,
great audience. Thanks.
thank you. So hope audience participants, all participants, we can leave. We can see you on Wednesday, next day. The next link will be shared by 11 a.m. and hope you can all join with your Atal registration ID. So it can be easier for us to accommodate all and attendance and all the formalities at our end. So
Mhm.
kindly follow the simple procedure. It's not a big deal. You have to go with only a one link. You have to register yourself. You get your link in your email. That become very easier for us. So kindly follow simple steps. Thank you.
Okay. And
Thank you.
everybody, you can connect me on LinkedIn. I'm available on
Yes. I
LinkedIn.
will share. I
So,
will share your profile link in our WhatsApp group. So
okay.
all of the educators can join you and get the insight from the AI world. So thank you.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.